Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Not Good Enough Money. We are back at it again after missing another week because we suck.
Sorry.
And this is my co-host Andy.
And that's David. And how are you?
How are you today, you fine specimen? And this week we are talking about budget. Because
Budget.
guess what? After our last episode where I talked my investment portfolio, I added in another $500 in the Dogecoin, and I need to know a little bit about budgeting. Because holy shit, motherfucker, I checked my bank account and that shit did not look right.
Oh boy, man, we probably should have talked about budgets before we were talking about that.
It's called going ass backwards. Man.
I'm so sorry, man. Okay.
It's okay. No, it's
Okay.
fine because you did help me with my budget a couple years ago. But that
I
was
did.
that's when I was a broke bitch. I had no money. Well, I guess number 1 and 2 go together. And
What's changed?
my beard connects and it's longer,
That's true.
and I have long hair,
Okay.
and I have Star Wars tattoos now.
Financially, absolutely nothing.
Financially dynamic is what the fuck I am. Financially dynamic. This shit goes up and down just like the fucking market.
That's not good.
No, it's okay. But yes, we're gonna be talking about budgeting. So Andy, let's just go right. Let's delve deep into this topic right now.
Okay, let's talk about it.
All right, Christian Bell. So
I'm a bet.
okay, so you have, from my knowledge, because we used this last time, you have like your own little like program or whatever, Excel spreadsheet where you budget shit.
Yes.
Yes, and you have like the formulas all calculated and shit, and
Because my logic is like I don't want to continue to do the same math. Like I just want to plug in some numbers, see what it looks like, and then it just does the things.
yeah, instead of doing that, I thought you like doing math, man.
I
You
do.
like okay.
But I fucking program it. That's doing the math.
I mean, yeah. I guess technically we're not hitting the button. Whatever. So, obviously, we weren't prepared to talk about this because we didn't plan on talking about anything
I
until
love
about...
being on the spot. Ask me, especially when we're talking about money. What's
No,
up?
well, I was saying, we didn't prepare for you to actually come and show the spreadsheet or anything because we didn't even know we were gonna talk about budgeting until
right.
you got to my house and I'm like, hey, yo, by the way, yo, we're talking about budgeting. All right, welcome back to another episode.
Oh shit.
So we obviously didn't come prepared for that, but
Mhm.
it's just walk it down to what do you need to obviously put in your budget. What do you think is important? What should you add? What should you take out? Is there anything you should take out? What is the things that you need to calculate into your budget?
Are you asking for a friend? Or just asking for
No,
yourself?
bitch, I'm good. I got my 10,000 Dogecoins, and I'm just waiting for this shit to go to the moon, baby. I even got my Dogecoin shirt.
It's not gonna pay the bills, man.
One day it will, ho.
By that time, you're gonna be homeless because you need to have the fluid cash.
Homeless, schmomeless.
Okay.
All right, whatever the
Don't
white
sell my gear.
But it's our gear. It's go answer my question. Fuck. Stalling and shit.
Well, I gotta think. All right, damn. So the first thing you need to know is how much you make.
Oof. All right, we're down bad. 35,000.
Normally, everything is done like on a monthly basis, so you have a monthly schedule or a monthly budget, right? So you need to know how much you make, and then you need to know how much you spend. That's basically what it is.
Yep,
It is.
no,
I
that's
got
it.
this much minus this much. That's how much I have left over.
See, I remember when we did my budget, which was
You still have it?
you never gave it to me.
I
But
don't think you ever wanted it.
yeah, you told me the number and I was in the green. So
And you're like, I'm good, bro.
nah, so I remember when we did my budget.
Mhm.
It was back when I was making 11. The shit background changes. It threw me the fuck off. All right, I was making 1126,
Mhm.
which is $900 a week on
Mhm.
tax, but with taxes, 0.845 was my tax rate back then. It was
That-
761. What? Wow,
That's not a week. That's a paycheck.
that's a paycheck. All right, yeah.
So
yeah.
every 2 weeks.
I wish it was a week.
Don't
Andy.
do
Fuck.
that to me.
So that's actually what about what I make right now.
Mm-hmm.
A week, but
Nice. But by 2.
so $380 a week
Yeah.
after taxes is what I made at 11.26 working 40 hours a week. So I remember when we did that, that was because I was getting kicked out of my house and I had to find my own crib to live.
That's
and
right.
I was wondering, can I afford this?
You were kind of like
on the spot.
Yo,
hey, bro,
these are the numbers. Is it gonna work? And I was like, I got you. Let me plug this in.
And then after we were done, you're like, I don't think it's gonna work, man. I'm like, I'll just not spend money on shoes. And you're like, can you do it? And I'm like, I'm gonna have to, Andy. And it didn't happen.
And you didn't
because I just got a raise right after, and I got $2 more.
You
so I'm like, well, I gotta offset this somehow.
You got like 4 raises. What you could have done is you could have saved it, but you know you were like investing in shoes.
Yeah, now I'm investing in investments. It's called the growth, Andy, and that is what the stage that I'm at in my life right now. But so, don't be too depressed, goddamn. So, you calculate how much you make, how much you spend. Now, spending, you add everything in there. Is there some things that aren't worth calculating?
Calculating what?
Calculating? I said it correctly, bitch. 2 languages, motherfucker.
Calculating.
We read in a week. What? Jesus Christ, God, here you go. Here you go.
No, I just use my own.
Oh, okay. Oh, I need to take mine.
Okay. What was the question?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You got.
Do you calculate everything that you spend in the spending portion of the budget?
Okay.
Do you calculate everything, or is there anything you should take out, or is you just add every single thing you spend on? Is it a regular thing, or
first thing is first? You need to like group all your expenses into like priorities. Basically, you need to make sure that your bills are paid.
Oof.
Like a roof over your head, so you need to take care of your shelter.
Oof.
You need to make sure that you can eat. Your utilities that should go hand in hand with
Wi-Fi.
Your shelter, and then you need to make sure you have transportation.
Yeah.
Either that is taking care of your car, or if that's public transportation or maintaining a bike, whatever it is.
Yep.
Transportation.
And you can actually combine that bitch with shelter.
Fuck, you can just walk. If that's what you got to do.
That's what I have to do.
Those are like your 4 main priority, your core, your 4 walls basically.
Yep.
That you need to make sure you take care of.
And after that, you break the 4th wall.
Everything.
And then
get out. Everything else after that is kind of like extra. If you really think about it, you don't need Wi-Fi. You don't need Wi-Fi.
No. You need Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi really wasn't a thing 30 years ago.
Yeah, but the things that are essential, they change yearly.
Sure. I mean, I guess nowadays Wi-Fi is almost necessary to have. Yeah. Yes.
Especially when you unlimited plans.
But you get what I'm saying.
No,
you don't need a Hulu subscription
to live. Yeah, you have to break it up into what you need and what you want.
Yes, because there is a very big difference between what you need and what you want. And when you are like, oh, I want to get that. Do you want to get it or do you need it? Right? Yeah. And if it's a want,
a lot of times it's a want.
A lot of times those things are wants.
Andy, I need the Air Max 270 Heavy Cactus, man. I need it.
Okay. How bad do you need it?
Enough to where I won't
10 days worth of food?
Oh, no, that's easy. I have body fat. Body will just get rid of it.
That's right. Oh, man. Day 9, you're going to be like so angry.
So, why do you calculate your budget in a monthly basis? Wouldn't it be more effective to, let's say, break it up into a daily or a weekly basis?
I mean, that's what's interesting because I, with my formulas that I have on my sheet, I have it, it all shows all of that, right? I have it where, I mean, you don't pay rent on a daily basis.
Nope.
So you have to formulate it in a way that you can plug in that information. So the way that I created it is you have your income, right? You have any type of sources of income that you have, and that is like based monthly. and all the rest of the categories, all your line items, basically. If you're looking at an invoice or something like that, something that you bought, every single thing is listed that we pay or spend money on a typical month, right? And then so that's what we're budgeting for. Like we're budgeting for X amount of dollars in food. We're budgeting for this and that. We do have like video subscriptions. So we're budgeting for that because we know we're going to spend money on that. So I just keep it all categorized and I list the things.
Until like recurring payments.
All the recurring payments, right? But I make sure that shit is like towards the bottom. It's kind of nice when I was like, well, shit, money's getting tight. What can we get rid of? I really didn't have to like scroll through everything.
You sorted by like priority.
Yes, and I kind of like ranked it in different ways. Like I have it in like 7 different groups or something like that. Just like this is all miscellaneous shit. Like I don't need my
Brazzers account.
I don't need that. That's a want, not a need. So I
can just go Pornhub, get it for free.
That's right. Just Google Images or something. I heard that from
someone. What?
Yeah. So you can have all these different, whatever, just you can list it, like 1 to 20 or whatever the fuck you want to do. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to do this. You
don't even have to listen to anything that we see.
Fuck a budget. I'm gonna live freely. Whatever. All right.
Do whatever you want.
Good luck.
Fly.
More power to you. I can't live like that.
I can't live.
I know. So yeah, you list all your expenses, right? Okay, so I have everything all listed and shit. So, as far as like priorities go, yes, everything on the very top, that's the 4 walls.
Yeah,
and then the things after that,
in Netflix,
and Netflix and that type of shit.
Amazon subscriptions and all that shit.
So like my cloud computer backup is all the way at the very bottom. I mean, it is $5 a month, but it's all the way at the bottom because I don't need that to live.
And you have a backup.
Totally fine. And I have a local backup, but I mean, I want it, but I don't need it.
I got you.
Right? So what was your question?
So now that I derailed myself.
Now that
I derailed myself for the last 5 minutes, what were you saying?
Yeah.
Were you stalling so long that now you forgot what you were stalling for?
No, you threw me off by browsers. How'd you know?
Dog, I had to.
Yeah, funny story. I'm pretty sure that we got it somewhere.
Yeah, like episode 6. I don't recommend you go back that far.
Nah, not after 20.
It was actually after our budget.
Before 20.
It was right. It wasn't like right after. It was the first year I got the house. I got the house in like March, and this happened around like November.
Yeah.
And I was still like,
this is why it's very important to have a budget, because you're like, where's all this money going?
Yeah, see, this is when I was still using Mint for my budget. I have Mint, but I just don't look at it because I'm just so good at budgeting, and I'm already broke. What else do I need to save for? So I got a Brazzers account where I got like the $1 like 3-day whatever, because there was one video that I really wanted to see. I would see the previews on Pornhub. I'm like, yo, she looks nice. Y'all gotta fucking do it. And I had just broke up with Crystal for the first time, or the second time or whatever. One of the 3 times. And I'm like, yo, I really want to see this video. I haven't seen porn in a while. I'm doing this shit right now. I signed up, right? Got it. Did the video. Did my thing. 30 minutes later, I'm like, I never want to fucking see this thing again. So
I feel dirty.
I ain't logged in for 2 fucking months, bro.
2 months.
Right. And I'm not saying log into Brazzers for 2 months. I ain't log into my bank account for 2 months. And I look, and I'm like, damn, bro, that money's kind of low. What is going on? And I usually go to the recurring payments. It takes me like 50 fucking minutes to find it on Wells Fargo. But
yeah,
I was able to find it. I'm like, what the fuck is this $50 that I spend a month on what? And it was the fucking Brazzers thing. And it just had a weird name. It didn't say Brazzers. And I'm like, yo, that's grimy. what the? That's grimy. And I'm
Yep.
like, what the fuck? And then
Yep.
I call, or I try to cancel online, but it's like, you have to call. And I'm like, I don't want to call because I don't like speaking to people, especially when I have to cancel my fucking porn subscription. And
Yeah.
then I called because I had no other choice. And it's like, it was some, I'm not, yeah, it was an Indian dude. And his name was Jeff. And he just had the worst fucking microphone. He had the microphone that we had when I talked about this the first time on the podcast in like episode 6. It was a fucking awful microphone. And he's like, "Hello, thank you for calling. Welcome back." No, I don't know, but he's like,
Sure.
"How can I help you?" I might be butchering his accent. This might come off as insensitive, and I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do his accent and my normal accent. But he was asking me, how I could help you, and I said, "Hey, I'm just calling to cancel my subscription." And he said, "Oh, okay, which subscription?" And I said, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, there's like 50 that I work for." I'm like, Brazzers? Can you spell it for me, sir? Brazzers. Ah, the porn subscription? Yes, sir.
The Nutty Boy, yes.
He's like, it said you got $1 3-day, 2-day trial, and then you upgraded to 50? Like, yeah, no, I didn't know it would automatically upgrade me. I wasn't trying to do that. He's like, well, to get money back, and I'm like, I don't even care about getting the money back. Just cancel it. I don't want to see it anymore. And he's like, okay, give me a sec. And then he puts me on hold for like a minute or two, and he comes back, and he's like,
Okay, then.
no, he's like,
Oh.
So before I cancel, I have to. I don't know why am I doing the accent again. Before I cancel, I have to confront. I have to confront you about your sins. I have to conform you. I have to confirm with you your cancellation, your reason, and if you're interested in upgrading. And I was like, what? Well, I told you I want to cancel it. I didn't know it'd go up to 50. I just wanted to see one video. And no, I don't want to fucking upgrade. I think I'm good now. Porn, there's a lot of free porn. I don't think I need this. Plus, I think I'm getting back with my girlfriend. So give me, just fucking, come on. And he canceled it for me. And mind you, this whole time I'm on speaker, and I asked him to repeat himself like 6 fucking times because I couldn't hear him. And I was debating calling back, but he sounded like he was like this like dude that also has like, he has 3 monitors up. One is like Dogecoin, the other one's like fucking World of Warcraft, and the third one is actually work related. And then he has like 3 fans blowing on him because he lives in a fucking house with no windows. And it just sounded like he was the only one in the company that's dealing with these cancellations. So I'm like, I'm not gonna call back. I'm just gonna tough it out. And it took me 25 minutes, but I toughed it out. And guess what? I ain't spending $50 a month on Brazzers no more. Thank God. Holy shit, that shit was adding up, bro. That's like 2 pairs of shoes. Or that's like half a pair of shoes for me.
I mean, you said 2 months, so that was $100.
Yep, $100.
Now you drove that easy on like crypto.
It's either $100 on porn or $100 on crypto. I'm spending $100 on crypto.
Doesn't matter.
See, because this is when the budgeting part comes in. Because at the end of your budget, you would like to have spending money, or at least you have to budget spending money. Because it would be impossible to budget something and be so precise about it without giving yourself spending money or room, just money for just anything. Because you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. You can try to plan your life as much as possible.
You're absolutely right, but I mean, you gotta like plan, do your best to plan for all that shit. So like the Ramsey solutions. Those.
Are you gonna fucking? Is he gonna sponsor us? Keep talking about him.
Wait on the sponsor. I mean, they got the 7 baby steps, right? So when you're budgeting, you need you got to get your budget under control before you can actually start doing those steps. So to anticipate any of the crisis that might happen, that's where you have your emergency fund. Like, do you have $1,000 put away?
Yeah.
in like your checking or in
It's in my
like a
checkings.
savings?
It's in my checkings, but
Okay.
I never hit below the 1,000.
Okay.
I get close though.
Yeah.
I get mighty fucking close.
Well, you can't go past the 1,000 because that's your emergency fund. That's for when your car breaks down,
Well,
or
yeah,
that's when like something blows up and your
thanks.
your whatever doesn't cover it.
Homeowners insurance.
What?
Rentals
I thought you're renting.
Renters insurance.
Exactly. So if you're
It better cover. This is like
if you're-
$17 a month.
17.
Something. I don't know. It's something.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what your emergency fund is. It's not like, oh my god, I'm super hungry and I have nothing left in my checking and I'm gonna pull this out of my savings because it's an emergency. I need to eat. That was just poor planning. That's not what that money's for.
Well, I guess it's well, yeah, it's poor planning.
You better eat something at the house.
There's nothing in the house. Look at my fridge. It's just like a pack of Trulies that I can't drink because if I start drinking, I'll just start crying.
But you get the point.
No, I got it.
Right. But so let's go back to budgets. So my form that I have, my
Formulas cheat.
formulas, right? So I plug in everything on a monthly basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all itemized and listed because we got a lot of reoccurring things. We have a lot of expenses or whatever, because I break everything down.
And now everything's combined.
Because I don't want. Well, yeah. So we have sat down. We have spent a couple of hours sometimes, like going over all the shit, especially when we're merging our finances.
Yeah.
Because we're like, all right, how much you spend on this, and then do I spend anything on that? I have like whatever.
Start judging them.
It's tough, But no, it's totally fine. But my sheet, the way that I got it, so I got the monthly, right, and then the column that one column is monthly, and then the column over that, next to that is weekly, right? It's
like same subject, just different.
No.
You just divide it by 4 or whatever.
I divide it by 4, yes. So because typically there's like, well, really, if you're thinking about it, it's 4.333 weeks.
Okay, sure.
In a month, right? Every year, because like October has like 5 weeks or something like that, right? That's the way it comes out.
It's 31 days.
It's crazy, right?
31 days.
I don't know. I would say look at a calendar, but you don't look at a calendar.
No. It's a surprise every year when my birthday falls.
Oh, those flowers are blooming. I must be turning a year older.
I must be 22 now.
Hooray! Okay, so it's just simple math, right? So like you get the weekly, and then next to that I have it where it's like divided by for daily, so in the monthly amount I have that amount divided by like 31 or something like that, because I rather is it 31 or 30? Fuck, I can't remember. Yeah, I want to assume that it's going to be 31 days worth.
So you have less.
So I have less. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to assume more, just in case.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, so that gives me how much we're spending, on a weekly basis for this thing, or on a daily basis we're spending on this thing, right? Just for information, right? And then everything's all totaled up at the very bottom, and just unfortunately I don't have it to show because it's quite fun, but I don't want to be showing my numbers, to the internet.
Why?
Because they're my numbers.
So you just plug in random numbers.
I don't want you to see my
actual
numbers.
You saw mine, bitch.
I was doing you a favor.
Don't worry, my number's up, bitch.
And plus, I really didn't care what it was because, it's just numbers to me.
Because I had more money than you, is what you were thinking. But now, we're close, bitch.
Yeah, are we?
Well, you have a second person that I don't have. I might just bust out the pack of Trulies to have a reason today.
Yeah.
No, but you also budgeting, at least when we did it, that shit makes you realize the amount of money that you spend on stupid shit.
Yes.
$300 a month on entertainment, I think, is what it was at first.
for our audience, if you guys don't do Excel or a written budget, pencil and paper or whatever, if you guys just don't do that, you can always try
Mint's pretty good.
mint.com. Banks, their online sites
No, just Mint.
probably
Just
also
see if we get a sponsor. Just Mint. No banks.
banks might also have like a budget feature if you do like online banking.
Oh, banks. I think you meant banks.com. Whatever.
No.
It's been a long ass night.
Like we use Wells Fargo, but I believe they're also
Fargo, buddy.
yeah. But I believe they also have like a budgeting feature on there, but I just don't use it because I do my own, and then also I use Mint, because that's
like
really
Mint.
neat.
I like Mint because the UI looks nice, the user interface looks nice, and also it connects with your bank. So whenever you make a transaction, at least when it's posted, I think it'll go into the Mint program,
Right?
And you could just set everything in a way where it's automatically grouped. But let's say like I shop at okay, well let me not say that name. I I shop in a pharmacy a lot, but
Yeah,
it shows up as like a medical type category.
sure.
But the pharmacy, when I shop there, it's because it's also a convenience store inside. So I shop a lot in the convenience part. So you can have everything to where, let's say, the what, fuck, I don't want to call out the company that I
That's
work
fine.
for, man.
So
okay, let's say the apothecary. The apothecary is like a
Mhm.
convenience store slash pharmacy. Let's say whenever a transaction from the apothecary shows up, boom, it's automatically grouped into what you preset it into, which is
Sure.
fucking nice.
Yeah.
Never used it because never used Mint after that one day that you told me about. Because I'm made of money, bro. I don't give a fuck.
All right, we'll see.
Well, no, it's important a budget.
We'll see how it goes.
I get lucky sometimes.
Okay.
I get lucky sometimes,
man. But yeah, Mint's really nice because
Mint's
you can actually split transactions. Have you ever? Well, you did it one
No.
day, so no, you haven't. You can split transactions. So like if you go to like Costco or Sam's Club or some shit like that,
you spend $100, 50 on food, 50 on like a TV or something.
That's
you can
right.
Split 50 of that transaction to
yes.
food
So you
and-
can split it the
Nice.
dollar amount of whatever. And I was doing that for a long time, because I was
Kinda
like,
tedious though.
extremely. Holy fuck!
How bad do you need a budget, my guy?
Yeah, no, it was bad. But it was super tedious, and at the time it was okay, but now I was like, it's unnecessary because just the way that we have changed our own finances and whatnot.
It's at what stage you think you should be at with the budget?
Right.
Are you a little bit more constrained? Do you feel like you have a really good goal that you're striving towards, and you need to be on a stricter budget? Then you would have to do these things.
No, they have different names for different type of budgetings. Or budgetings.
Budgetings?
Sure. Let's go with that. So you can have where there's a zero-based budget, right? So you want to make sure that all of your money is being utilized in some way, right? I mean, that kind of makes sense. Either it's 10% of it is going into your savings account, then the rest of the 90%.
Not all it has to be spent.
Right. You aren't spending all of your money.
You're just moving all the money.
Yes, you're assigning your every single dollar that you have to do something.
Yeah.
Right. Rather than just sit there and you need to take control of your money or it controls you. So think about that.
I wish it would control me. I just don't have enough. It's a small army right
Whips
now.
and chains, baby.
They excite me, girl. Oh shit.
But yes. So a zero-based budget is kind of important, especially if you're really trying this out for the first time. Budgeting. You want to to me, it's easier using Excel because everything just adds up together.
It's a formula.
And yeah, you can just do simple calculations where I have this amount of money, where you can just fucking use like a calculator. It doesn't matter. Write it all down by hand and make sure you're not spending more than what you're actually making, because that is not good.
No, red is not good.
Nope.
No, red is not good. Unless it's
Nope.
lipstick.
Nope. If you are, yep. So if you're actually spending more than what you're making, you have two options. One, you make more money, or you spend less. Usually, it's easier to spend less because you're
No,
usually
not for me,
doing
sir.
something. You're usually doing something that you don't need to be doing.
Yep. No,
A lot of
true.
times, especially in this country, it's people are going out to eat, or they're ordering out food.
Dog, I'm
especially
guilty of that
because
so
of
much.
the pandemic. People are not necessarily
The
going
who?
out to restaurants as much.
Who?
The panorama.
Oh, I love that feature on my TV. No, ordering out is a problem that I have.
Yes,
because I am fucking lazy.
because here's the thing. You could spend $100 a week on food.
Oh, I
and
spend more.
eat nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to buy groceries and have groceries at the house and cook.
See, yeah, and that's what I end up doing some weeks. But the thing is, dude, I have like this like fucking unnerving social anxiety that I actually do not want to go to the fucking grocery store or anywhere outside my house for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a different topic for a different day.
That could be a whole different show.
That is a fucking crippling topic that we will not hit today.
Oh, we could probably do it next week. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
No, so gonna
anxiety. Yeah.
No, we're gonna do another open-ended question.
Okay.
But actually, you already have the formula, everything set up for you at home then on the Excel spreadsheet. How do you feel about maybe linking that into the episode?
Maybe I could do that.
You can just blank out the numbers, just keep the formulas, and then just
we
could put that on the
yeah. I gotta look because I didn't code it all myself, right? So I like pieced it together. Like I gotta make sure that I can actually do that. Distributing things. Part of the coding.
Did it through the left, por la izquierda?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh guys,
Sí.
well don't be see. I don't know any Spanish,
but I can
see.
I could probably find some links and whatnot, of really good helpful like sources that I've actually used, for myself.
I got you. Yeah, no, because budgeting definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
I realize that a lot of times when we talk about money or literally fucking anything, I'm really a bad example. Even though I'm not saying I'm on the same level as you, but even though I'm on the same like side in terms of I feel like there's two sides. Either you're doing okay or you're doing fucking awful. Even though we're both on the same side of we're doing okay, I just do it the complete opposite fucking way as anybody else. Everything, all of my actions lead into me being fucking living under Archer Road Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, bro, I got my own apartment. I'm balling.
I don't know how you're doing it, man. Just imagine if you actually had a plan. Like how much farther along you'd be.
My plan is Dogecoin to the moon, baby girl. What are you talking about? You read the shirt, bro. She wants the D. She wants the D. D for Doge.
Yeah, well, I wish you the best of luck in that endeavor. Hopefully something like that will happen.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's gonna be it for us, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, numbers check out.
All right, that's gonna be the end of Money episode 3. Thank you for listening / watching. If you guys are listening, we also have video, which we have Japan in the background for today. So thank you for watching, listening. We appreciate all of you. We hope to see you next week. Let us know if you like the video, commenting or sharing, liking down below. Tell your friends about us. Tell your moms about us. Tell them David looks nice.
Tell your mother I said hi.
Tell your mama I said hi. Tell your father. Hey, father, leave me alone. But yeah, thank you for listening. And we'll catch you next week. And we appreciate all of you. We love you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.